If you are trying to break into the tech industry right now, you are going to hit a wall of confusing job postings. HR departments are treating job titles like a blender, creating listings where a data scientist is explicitly asked to be an AI engineer, or an AI engineer is essentially doing operations. Getting this wrong has a steep cost. You can easily spend 6 to 12 months mastering a specific tech stack, only to land a job whose daily tasks you hate, or worse, fail at completely. The solution is to stop chasing job titles. You need to map your natural problem-solving personality to the actual production output a company expects from you. The easiest way to separate the three main paths is to look at them like building a house. The data engineer builds the foundation and plumbing. They make sure clean water flows into every room and pipes do not leak. The data scientist is the architect. They analyze blueprints, figure out the most efficient layout, and use historical data to make structural design decisions. The AI engineer installs smart home systems. They take the underlying intelligence, place it inside completed rooms, and make it work so people living there can actually interact with it. If the architectural blueprint is flawed or the data pipes leak, the smart home application crashes. The roles rely on each other entirely, but the daily workflows and the required temperaments for each are completely different. A data engineer's primary output is infrastructure. Your entire day revolves around building and maintaining the pipelines that allow data to flow reliably from point A to point B at massive scale. The tooling for this role has shifted rapidly. If someone advises you to spend months learning Hadoop or basic SQL queries to get a job in 2026, politely ignore them. Modern data engineering relies on lakehouse architectures and open table formats like Apache Iceberg. You'll use Spark, Kafka, and Snowflake, but observability is mandatory. You must use Airflow, dbt, and Great Expectations to catch errors before they infect the system. The global demand for these services is valued at over $105 billion. Average salaries in the US sit around $132,000, and senior engineers at top companies frequently clear $200,000. The strict trade-off here is visibility. You build the background engine, never the final car. When pipelines run flawlessly, no one notices. If you derive satisfaction from making systems strictly reliable, scalable, and efficient without needing public credit for an app, data engineering is your path. The data scientist role has fractured significantly in recent years. Today, it operates on two distinct tracks: machine learning deployment and analytics. For the analytics track, your core daily inputs involve deep statistical analysis, A/B testing, and causal inference. You are pulling apart raw metrics to figure out why a customer churns or what demand will look like next quarter. AI coding assistants like Cursor and Cloud Code have accelerated this work. The basic exploratory analysis that used to take a junior data scientist's weeks can now be generated quickly. But an AI cannot understand business context, frame the right questions, or interpret nuanced results. This chart shows exactly why the human element remains. The hidden requirement that breaks most junior data scientists is executive communication. The most valuable professionals in this space translate complexity into a single, actionable clarity for leadership. Financially, average salaries sit around $150,000, scaling up to $220,000 or $250,000 for senior roles that successfully drive strategic business decisions. The harsh reality is that you can build the most mathematically precise predictive model in your company, but if you cannot explain to a non-technical vice president why the results matter, your project will be shelved. Modern data science is less about running algorithms in a Jupyter notebook and almost entirely about converting complex math into actionable business strategy. The AI engineer role has exploded in demand, growing 300 times faster than traditional software roles. Your focus is building applications end users actually touch. The barrier to entry shifted the moment companies stopped trying to train models from scratch. Now, you pull intelligence from powerful foundation models like Claude, Gemini, or DeepSeek through APIs. In 2026, you integrate tools like the Model Context Protocol, the backbone for how multi-agent systems communicate. But if you cannot build a secure backend, structure a database, and deploy code to production, the entire foundational application layer will crash. Because companies are desperate for people who can actually ship products, base salaries average $185,000. Senior engineers with agentic experience easily reach total compensation ranges between $300,000 and $400,000. The trade-off is operating in a highly volatile tech stack. You are responsible for catching hallucinations, building strict evaluation pipelines, and adding guardrails to monitor unpredictable AI systems live in production. AI engineering is roughly 80% rigorous software engineering and 20% AI integration. You are hired to reliably ship a stable product, not just experiment with cool APIs. As companies push AI into production, the lines between data engineering and AI engineering are converging. An AI system is useless without a flawless data pipeline feeding it. To decide your path, evaluate your primary drive, pick one route, and build a project that proves you can execute the end goal. If your drive is building reliable systems and making data flow efficiently at scale, you are a data engineer. Your first project needs to be a complete pipeline. Ingest raw data from a public API, transform it using dbt, load it into a modern lakehouse architecture, and enforce a strict data quality layer using great expectations. If you are naturally curious, love digging into why things happen, and enjoy deep statistics, you are a data scientist. Build a churn prediction model using a real dataset. Put your entire focus on the documentation. Write out your thought process, how you evaluated the results, and state exactly what specific actions the business should take based on your math. If you want to build products and get intelligent features directly into the hands of users, you are an AI engineer. Build a retrieval-augmented generation application, connect it to a vector database like Pinecone, integrate it with an LLM API, and successfully deploy it live to prove your back-end software engineering skills. Job titles will keep shifting, but these 3 core architectural needs will remain constant. Match your natural aptitude to the right path, build your specific project, and ignore the industry noise.